So I called the car garage to find out when I can come collect my car as it was due for collection that day. And when I called, the lady said, "Oh, we're so sorry. Unfortunately, an incident happened and we've not been able to complete the repairs. Can you please call back tomorrow morning and we'll be able to give you a collection time?" And I said, "Okay, I'll come back tomorrow." I hung up the phone and I thought, oh my God, these people didn't they're gonna make me cancel all my plans for today. I took a deep breath and I said, "Okay, I'm gonna call back tomorrow." I called back the next day, expecting my car to be ready. And I called and the lady said, "Oh, we're so sorry." At that point that she said, "We're so sorry," I was like, "What do you mean you're so sorry? I called yesterday. I had to cancel all my plans yesterday. And now today you're telling me you're so sorry? How are you going to fix this? No, 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 no. I cannot hear. I'm so sorry. My car needs to be collected today." Oh my God, ladies, I fainted for a whole minute. And the voice said to me, "Sure, Titilayo, this woman is not the one that offended you. Why are you taking out all your frustration on her?" At that moment, I had to calm myself and I had to bring myself to center and realize, let's handle this with grace and calmness. You are a very patient girl, so be calm, Titilayo. And my ladies, at that point, I laughed because I know for a fact that emotional growth isn't about never getting upset. It's about how quickly you come back to center and how quickly you are aligned with your true self by handling the situation or the challenge with grace. Hello, my queens. Welcome to my channel. My name is Titilayo. I'm a health and wellness coach, and I specialize in coaching culturally rooted women to help them embody the heart of healthy living and wellness through mindset shift, balanced routine, knowing how to live well, how to thrive, and how to create the life that you truly deserve and you are worthy of. So today, in week 3 of our Invest in the Process series, we are going to be talking about our emotional health. Not perfection, not bypassing spiritual life, but by showing up every day and showing up with your heart. And my queens, when you show up with your heart, you give yourself permission, you give yourself grace to feel, to grow, and to heal gradually on your own terms. Otherwise, if you are going to rush the process, you're going to keep feeling like you are short or you were behind or you're not there yet. So today we're going to be talking about how to invest in the process emotionally. Today, our society glorifies bounce back culture. We feel like when you have a baby, within 9 months, you need to bounce back. You need to be a strong woman. You need to have lost all that weight. And you need to keep up with the society. Or we feel that when you've just come out of a heartbroken relationship, you need to bounce back quickly and, start living your life. We are always pressurized to move on quickly, whether it's from pain, whether it's from conflict, whether it's from failure. We expect people to bounce back immediately. We do not want to see people, feeling their feelings or just feeling like they are weak. My queens, I want to let you know that investing in the process also means giving yourself permission to feel the way you feel, to see yourself for who you truly are, and to give yourself that space to understand what happened, to understand yourself properly, and then to decide, okay, I have learned from this, and it is time for me to take the next step. My queens, when you take yourself away from that pressure the society thinks that we should be in, then my queens, you are growing emotionally. And when you do that, you are actually investing in the process of your emotional growth, rather than saying yourself that, oh, by bouncing back quickly, I am stronger. Oh, by losing all the baby weight quickly, it means I am a strong woman. Or by recovering from a heartbroken relationship quickly means you are a strong woman as well, or you were not hurt, or you are an independent woman. My queens, our society sees all of that as being weak. And I want to tell you, by giving yourself space, giving yourself permission to feel your feelings, to stay where you are without judging, to cry out for the hurt that you've been through, it does not mean you're weak. It actually means that you are understanding your emotions better, and you're finding a way on how to relate with yourself and the world around you. So, what does it mean to invest in the emotional process? Investing in the emotional process is when you allow yourself to feel your feeling. So, for example, you wake up in the morning and you feel like you are very tired, you don't want to go to work, rather than just snapping out of it, which ideally is the best thing to do on some instances. But feel that feeling. Think about it. Okay, I do not feel great. Like, I do not want to go to work. What is the reason behind that? Think about your feeling. Give yourself permission. Even if it's just gonna be like a minute. Give yourself a permission to feel your feelings and think, okay, what do I want to do? What is the next step? I felt my feeling. I can understand the reason why I do not want to go to work, because really deep down, I do not like the work that I'm doing. Really deep down, I feel disconnected with life whenever I go to work. Okay, I know that. The next step could be, what can I do to make myself feel better? Oh, okay, I'm going to work on a project that I really enjoy, that brings me more joy, and I'm just going to fixate on that and leave the rest. At that point, my queen, because you've given yourself the permission to feel your feelings, you have not been able to switch to a better way of processing your emotions. And rather than going to work being grumpy, or you realized your feelings and you just decided, oh, but I have to go to work, I can't feel like this, I have to pack up my feelings and box them up, rather than just doing that, and then you go to work and you start getting upset at everyone, or getting upset with everything that's happening around you, and not knowing why you're feeling like that. My queens, when you give yourself permission to feel your feeling, you are allowing yourself to understand yourself better. You would naturally react better because you've been able to sort out your feelings, and you've been able to choose the appropriate feeling to make you feel better. Another way that you can invest in the emotional process is to do some journaling. When you do some journaling, you're not doing your journaling to fix yourself, but to understand yourself and the people and the things around you better, to be able to know how to relate with yourself, the people, and the things around you better. Because when you write down your feelings, you write down the emotions that are coming up, you are able to understand, oh, okay, I know why this emotion is coming up, and I know what next to do. So that when next you notice the emotions, you can smile and say, I know why this is coming up, and you already know what next to do and how to turn the situation around, rather than bottling up your feelings and emotions and thinking, oh, if I just don't care about it, if I don't think about it, it's gonna go away. No, my queen, it's not gonna go away. You're just gonna bottle them up, and it's gonna expand, and then boom, it's gonna explode in your face. And when it explodes, my queens, at that point, you are not gonna be happy with the outcome. So do some journaling to understand yourself rather than to fix yourself. So another way to invest in your emotional process is to be honest with where you are without judgment. My queens, when you are honest with where you are without judgment, you give yourself permission to understand yourself better. Like, if you're depressed, you can say to yourself, okay, I notice, I can feel that I am depressed, and it's okay. It's a normal way of life. I don't actually know what's making me depressed. What is making me depressed? You are not giving yourself permission to understand what is going on beneath the surface. And my queens, when you find out what's going on beneath the surface, you can easily take one little minute step to change their feelings. And as you take the next step to change the feelings will not go away gradually, but as you begin to work in the opposite direction, the feelings dissipates, and before you know it, you are your vibrant self again. And when next you're about to encounter that depressive mood, or before you move into that depressive mood, you are able to recognize what's coming up, and you are able to quickly change your feelings to how you actually want to feel. Another way you can invest in the emotional process is to choose small tools daily. You can choose a small tool like movement, like being still, meditating. You can also choose a small daily tool by dancing. All of this helps you to be in tune with who you truly are. And when you do this on a daily basis, you are investing in the process. You are not looking at the outcome and saying, oh, I'm not there yet, or oh, I need to have bounced back quickly from this heartbroken relationship. Why am I still sad? No, you're not going to be thinking about that. What you're going to be thinking about is your daily tools, being honest with yourself, giving yourself permission to understand who you truly are, and trying to feel your feelings also helps you understand who you truly are. Let me share something that brings this home. The legendary coach John Wooden told his players, when you look in the mirror, ask yourself, did I do my best today? If the answer is yes, then the score will usually take care of itself. My queens, it's not about whether you felt amazing all day. It's about you honoring your emotions, showing up for yourself with compassion, and try to be your best self. This is how emotional strength is built. It's not built in the breakthroughs, but in the daily choices to keep showing up as you. So, the big game changer this week is for you to embrace where you are emotionally. Don't rush to be healed. Let every journal entry, let every honest prayer, every moment of stillness be part of the process. If you can say, I did my best today to show up with my heart, then you are doing just fine. So, my friends, what's one gentle thing that you can do for your emotional health this week? Drop a comment for me. And next week is our final episode where we're going to be talking about how to invest in the process for your purpose and professional life. If this resonates with you, please share it with another sister who needs to hear this. Until next time, my queens, bye bye.